Morning, guys. Every single day of the week we drive about. We're in cars. We take a left turn, we take a right turn, we go round the roundabout. Oh shit, I've gone the wrong way. Go back round the roundabout again. But everything is on smooth tarmacked roads. You might get the occasional pothole of life, but everything else is smooth, plain sailing. It's safe, it's secure. You know that you're going to, from one day to the next, you're going to get yourself to and from work. You know that, you're aware of that. But what if whilst you're on this journey, there's a little unmade road to the right or to the left of you that caught your attention, and you think, I wonder where that goes. I wonder what there is to achieve by me going down there. Now, this is obviously, I'm basing this on life now. Now, when you've got these safe roads, they may have these really nice hills that you go to the top and you think, oh, the view up here is not too bad. But then you see this unmade road and you can see where this track takes you, and you can see the view you're going to have at the top of this track. Now, I don't know about you, but that makes me curious. That catches my attention. That makes me think, oh, I could get up there. It's all right. I've got a, let's say, for example, I've got a great big 4x4. That's fine. I can get up there. I can go up any track with my 4x4. So I'm going to take this track. So I get to the start of this road, but I'm scared. There's no signpost. There's no telling me where it's going to go. There's no speed limit. I don't know how long this road is going to go on for. I don't know if there's somewhere I can turn around if I get all panicky and decide I want to come back. I don't know any of that. So do I take that road? Well, let me tell you something. I've taken that road in life. And it is a scary place. But let me go through the story of how this road works. So, you're in your big 4x4. You know there's no terrain that this can't get through. You start on this road. And as you're starting on this road, you start driving down this road. You see a few massive lumps, bumps, craters almost, potholes and everything in this road, and you think, oh no, sod this is going to ruin the suspension of my car with my 4x4. So you turn around, you go back out. You can leave that. You can turn around in life. It's okay to have a little turn around in life, have a little recess. Now if you do that but then you stop and you don't bother going back to that road, that to me is a waste, because you know the view at the top of that road. You know how many miles you're going to be able to look over, how much you're going to be able to see up there. So yeah, you get a few scary little U-turns that you have to take and you have to come back. But you always go back. You must always go back. You have to. Well, you don't have to. It's up to you whether you do. But I know for me, 100%, I know that I have to get to the top of that hill. I don't care how I do it. I just know I have to get to the top of that hill somehow. So yeah. So anyway. So I've turned around a couple of times now, and I've come back and I've taken these safe roads either side. I'm like, no, fuck it. I'll take this way. I'll see if that goes all the way around and gets to the back end of it. And it may get you a little way up this hill, but it's never going to reach the climax of the top of this hill that you know it's going to give you this view. Right, so anyway, I'm muttering on a bit, so I'll get on. So then there's this one day. Now, obviously I'm basing this with regards to life. Now there's a very good close friend of mine called Tom Pace. And he started me on this road, on this journey in my life. I say he started me on it. He didn't start me on it, he showed me the road. I didn't see this road before. I've driven past this road time and time again. You know, I haven't even given it a second thought. And then he showed me this road. I said, what if you get to the top of that road? And then after the first conversation with Tom, what if became, you can get to the top of this road. So I thought, yeah, I can do anything I want to do, can't I? Well, the answer to that is yes. Anyone can do anything if they put their heart and soul into anything that they want to do. Now, I'll get onto that later. So, I've now started on this road. I'm driving down this road. I'm going over some massive bumps. I've done a few U-turns. I've come back, but I keep coming back at this. I will not miss that view. That view to me, I know, is an absolute climax. I need to get to this view. All of a sudden, this road started to smooth out. It wasn't anywhere near as bumpy as when it first started. And I'm thinking to myself, why is that? Why is that? Why is this now starting to smooth out? It's still the same road. It's still the same material of road. It's still the same width. It's still the same size, but it's getting a lot smoother. Why is that? Well, let me tell you, the reason for that is you're allowing yourself to believe, you're feeling you are going to get to the top of this hill. Not you can, not maybe. There's none of this maybe stuff in there, but you will get to the top of this hill. And it's almost like you scared the road. Like the road's gone, well, there's no point me putting these lumps and bumps in this road anymore because he's going to get there regardless. So all of a sudden, your car has gone from a big 4x4. You're now in like a normal family car. But it's like a VXR version, or it's like an M3 version, or it's something like that. So not only are you now closer to the ground, which now means you're closer to the top of this hill, but it also means you can get there just that little bit quicker. Okay, yeah, this is brilliant. So you start to embrace that, and you start to really then believe, and you start to get excited, and you start to smile every day because you know the top of this hill is getting nearer and nearer and nearer, and you just cannot wait for that view. So then this goes on for a few more weeks, maybe months, maybe years. You'll know what car you're in for this journey. You'll know straight up because you'll feel it. And I know I say about knowing and thinking, don't think. I don't want you to think about any of this because thinking will stop this process. I want you to feel. And when you feel it, you'll know you feel it. There won't be no hesitation. There won't be like, oh, maybe. You will know what you feel. So then all of a sudden, I'm in this VXR or this M3, and the road smooths out that little bit more. And it doesn't change road surface, but it becomes so smooth. All of a sudden, my car goes, obviously we've gone from this big 4x4, we've now stepped down to this VXR, this M3, and now I'm in a Formula 1 racing car. And I'm like, oh my God, I can really get to the top of this hill fast now. And I'm getting really excited by this point. I'm getting scared because a Formula 1 car is a scary car to drive. You know, you don't know whether you're going to be able to control it or not, but this is a nice straight road. So you then put foot to the floor and you blast it up this road. So now I'm blasting it, and I'm blasting it, and I'm blasting it, but then the road narrows, and I think, right, stop. So I stop. I get out of the car, and I realise I've got to a certain point in this hill really quickly. I've got there fast-ish in the 4x4. I've got there even quicker in the VXR or the M3, and I've absolutely motored up this hill now in the Formula 1 car. But now I've got to take it by foot. So what I'm saying is you can get to a certain point in your journey really fast, but the last bit of your journey, I say the last bit, it's a constant journey, but the last section or the final sections to get to the top of this hill, for you to embrace this view, you have to take by foot. This is where the real effort comes. There's a certain part in your journey you'll get to really quickly, and then you'll hit the top of this hill where it's just too steep for that Formula 1 car. You end up with a little bit more of an unbalanced terrain, but it's so narrow you can't get a car down it, so you have to walk. So you'll start to do this walk, but you don't ever lose that belief. You don't ever lose any of that side of things, but you keep ploughing up this hill, and you're trudging and you're trudging, and you won't be defeated because you're excited. You know the top of this hill's nearly there. You just know that you can't. You just embrace in every moment, every breath you breathe in, you breathe out for the top of this hill, for this view. And then you get to the peak, to the top of this hill, and there's a door. What? Why is there a door? We've gone all the way down this road, miles and miles and miles, or it could be only a mile, but it's taken however long it's taken to get here, and now there's a damn door. How on earth am I going to... So I think, right, okay, this is literally just a door in a frame like you'd see in Monsters Inc. and all that sort of stuff. So you think, oh, I'll walk around it. Nope, can't. There's a force that stops you going through it. I'll climb over it. You can't. You know you have to go through this door. And then on the other side of this door is this view that you've waited so long for, that you've felt in your gut, in your heart, with your whole soul. Your entire soul knows that when you get through this, the view you're going to have is so worth it. Then all of a sudden, you end up with a handful of keys from nowhere. So you think, right, okay, the door's locked. So you try unlocking it. No, that key's not unlocking it. Unlocking it, unlocking. You try all these keys over a certain period of time. I will get to the top, but I just don't know which key to use. How do you know it needs a key at all? Did you check to see if the door was already open? No, you didn't, did you? You assumed. You assumed that it was stopping you getting through. When in actual fact, the key to that door you've had all along, and it's your soul. I'd hold on to that handle. I'm so looking forward to this. I'm shaking a little bit. I'm so excited. And then I open the door, and the second I step through the door, my body just disappears and I become a mist. But I can see for miles. Miles and miles and miles. The view is embracing. There's not a care in the world. I'm at the top now. And when you reach that top, staying there is so easy. But getting there is some of the roughest terrain. You sometimes have some of the quickest speed. You sometimes have just a little trudge, or you have a walk. But when you get to that peak, when you get to that view, you understand what life is really about. We are all spirits within ourselves. Now, I keep saying to you about cars. Our body is a transportation device for our soul. We are not our body. We are our soul. Our body is just a vessel that transports our soul. And that's the same as these cars. These cars are just a way of transporting our soul to the peak, to the view, to the top of our life, to the top of our world, to where we really, really, really heartfelt want to be. And when we get there, guys, the view is amazing. And because you've seen how good the view is, you're never ever going to let that view go. You've worked so hard. You've had such a tough journey. And we all have our tough journeys. Every single one of us have our tough journeys. But don't ever lose faith. Always believe you will get there, and you will. There's a saying, I can, so I will. I can't, so I won't. If you remember that little philosophy of life, because that is day to day. I know I can. I believe I can. My soul tells me every single day I can. Because when you have something that comes so natural, like my good friend Tom Pace says, that's truth. When you have to think about something, that's not truth. You may believe it to be true, but it's not. So again, going back to this journey, guys, you start off with a 4x4, because those first initial sections to this journey are tough. They really are tough. You've got a lot of working out to do. Do I even want to do this? Do I need to turn around? Because the going into that unknown is scary shit. You can stay on these tarmac roads, but trust me, guys, when you get to the top, it all becomes worth it, and you fully understand the whole meaning of life and the spiritual side of it. And then once you hit that, there's nothing in this world that can stop you. That's enough from me today anyway. Have yourselves a very spiritual, forward moving day. And like I said, you can, you will.